Good day, everybody. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes with me. My name is Derek, and I could adjust my tripod, but maybe I'll just move a little closer. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so Sunday morning here in Niagara Region, Ontario, Canada. Hope everyone's doing well. I've been working on improving my health lately. Yesterday I slipped a little bit, so I'm getting back in. I will get back into eating properly today. But last night I indulged in pizza and wings and breadsticks. So my bad. That was not a good choice. And it actually wasn't that great tasting either. Not to mention the $25 it costs for everything. So I'm looking forward to making this a better Sunday than it was Saturday. I mean, I enjoyed eating the food. I honestly didn't find it all that tasty. So next time, I'm sure there will be another time where I cheat a little bit and eat off course. But if that happens, then hopefully it'll be a little tastier. Maybe next time it'll be Chinese food or something like that. But anyhow, um, as of noon today, I will be back on eating the way I normally would have been, which is basically watching my carbs, no sugar, no bread, no pasta, and still veggies and meat and good fats, and go from there. I've got the tools to have the ability to be better at making the food that I like. Got an instant pot, which makes life a little easier. I fixed my oven. My oven, the lower element inside the oven, basically burned out. So I had to go. I bought a new one and replaced that the other day. So fortunately, it's something I could do myself without having to pay somebody to do. So today I'm really relaxed. Had a coffee, and I probably will go to Costco later today. They're having a new Costco in Niagara Falls, Ontario. The one I'm going to is in St. Catharines. I just want to take a look around the store. Yesterday I was going to, but I just got a membership. So yesterday I was going to, but the lineup was so long, I didn't really want to wait. So I just got done what I needed to do, and by getting the membership, and I picked up a prescription as well, and then left. But hopefully today the lineups won't be as bad. If they are, then I'll just go elsewhere in St. Catharines and do some groceries. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to get to 18 Celsius or 20 Celsius, somewhere in that range, which is 66 to 68 Fahrenheit, somewhere in that range. I was just watching some YouTube videos earlier this morning, and wanted to talk about happiness and some challenges people have with addiction, and some of the things I've been dealing with too. Not so much addiction lately, but more about just finding things to do with our time in the experiences that we're having recently with COVID. It's I'm not somebody who needs a lot of people around, but every now and then I definitely like the human connection. But I'm more introverted than extroverted, so it's not required. And the good thing about being introverted, and I do know a lot of extroverts. Um, I don't know how I get they get their energy from being around people, which is fantastic. I get my energy from nature. Lately, one of the big things I've been doing lately is taking walks on a almost daily basis, basically at least 5 days a week. I get up in the morning and I push myself out the door regardless of what's going on. It's usually around 6 in the morning, so that I can know that I've done the physical activity for my day, that I know needs to get done. Earlier this year, I had a heart issue, and it's really important to be physically, not necessarily, go kill yourself with exercise, but to be physically consistent and get out there and do things. I have a couple of weights. Excuse me, I have a, you can't see it, but up there's a stretchy cord that I use for resistance training. Basically, it's connected to a hook on the ceiling, and I use one arm, two arms, both arms to stretch. And sometimes I'll take it off the hook and stretch both arms at the same time. And that's a simple way, an inexpensive way to do some resistance training. I also have a couple of 7-pound dumbbells that I use now and then just to do the triceps and the biceps. I'm not an overly physical person, but I think it's important. Excuse me, folks. To be physically doing things. Being sitting around doing nothing all the time is just not good for your health, not good for your heart, not good for your physical being. So I would suggest that if you're not at least doing something sometimes, find a way to do it. I take about anywhere between 45 to an hour walk every day in the mornings to get that in, and then of course do whatever else is going on around the house or around the area. In the summertime, of course, there's mowing the lawn. That generally takes at least 45 minutes from my front yard, and at least an hour from my backyard because there's a lot of backyard. Drink water. You don't have to overdrink it. Just keep yourself hydrated, and eat whole foods. Don't eat a lot of processed foods, and try to keep the carbohydrates down. That's a good way of doing it. I gained a lot of weight prior to my heart issue. I was up around the 270-pound mark when I was in the hospital. Since then, since the beginning of March, I think it was March, yeah, or beginning of April, I think. At the end of March, the beginning of April was when I had the heart attack. I've taken off 40 pounds since then, so things are going well. Now, I want to address happiness, and happiness is different for every person out there. We all have things that make us happy. Some people just find it difficult to be happy, and that's me a little bit. I don't have a lot of things that make me, hey, life is wonderful, wow, fantastic. Although I'm not saying I never enjoy life. Of course, I try my best to do that. But there's a lot of times where I just find the satisfaction out there is not what it should be. I find that I'm not sure what it is, but I think peace and quiet is what makes me happier more than anything. Just being able to chill and find peace in nature. That's why walking is amazing. Watching some movies or TV that really are entertaining can be fun. We have so many options these days, from Prime to Netflix to Hulu in the States, and all kinds of networks that you can pretty much see any kind of content you need. You have your cell phones, you have TVs, you have your pads, your iPads and those kind of devices. And so you have all kinds of things that you can do to amuse yourself. But really, the depth in your soul is what kinds of things satisfy you. Are you happy inside? I'm not always happy inside. I'm not going to sit on here and say I'm always happy. There's things that I need to work on, and everybody out there has things they need to work on to be feeling like their life means something. I have compassion for those out there who struggle, because believe me, I've struggled. We all if our physical health is challenged, then we need to work on that by taking small steps. If you don't do any physical activity, then do some physical activity. If you're doing some physical activity, then do a little bit more every week or month. Increase it so that you get to the point where, hey, the level of activity I'm doing is working for me. And then mental health. We sometimes people are in very challenging relationships where they're just not able to. There's just no exit. There's no way for them to find a way to get themselves out of the difficulty. There's professionals. There's medications. Sometimes you just need to take a break from it. There's never an easy answer for a lot of these things. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try your best to figure it out, because this life is short. We don't want to spend a lot of years wasting that time that's precious. Some people just don't have any time, and tomorrow it could be over. I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer. What I'm trying to say is be appreciative of the time you do have. That and appreciation and gratitude is another thing. Sometimes I sit and think, woe is me. I'm so hard done by. I do think that sometimes, yeah. But then other times I'll think, wow, I have a roof over my head. I have a vehicle to drive. My health is relatively good now that I've improved it. I've managed to keep healthy even with COVID. I've managed to keep away from people, which isn't that hard for me, but I've managed to keep, my life to the point where I'm keeping the risk down. But I still go out. I'm going to Costco today. I go get groceries once a week. But I wear a mask, and then I wash my hands when I come back. If I find that any of the products could be transmitted, I'll wash them down too. So, taking steps to just do the best you can is really what you should be doing. I've seen people on podcasts, on videos that say, I need alcohol to make myself feel better. I need drugs to make myself feel better. I'm not saying that there aren't times for medical intervention. I think it's a little unfortunate if somebody has to rely on medical intervention for their entire life. For me, a part of my being medical is eating. Food is medicine sometimes for me. I think yesterday I just wanted something to make my body feel that rush of carbohydrates and sugar. All that comes from eating things like pizza and chicken wings. If without pizza is fine, but those kind of things, they make your blood sugar go up. They make you feel, theoretically, they make you feel better. So I hope everyone can find a way to move forward. I do pray for those who need the prayer. I hope people pray for me. I do believe in prayer. I do believe in God. And without hope, seriously, without any hope, that is probably one of the biggest challenges, if there's no hope. And I think for the majority of people out there is hope. Yes, there are some people who it's just sad. It's a sad situation. But it doesn't mean there's no hope for them. It just means it's very difficult, and they have to believe in the higher power that they believe in. I do have compassion for those less fortunate. And I'm trying to find my way too. So anyway, I'm 14 minutes into this and still talking. So let's cap it now. I'm going to sign off and say thank you for spending any time that you have with me. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. It's a beautiful day for November. It's like so warm. I'm gonna go soon and spend some time outside so I can enjoy this, because soon enough, the dreaded snow is going to be here. And then I will be inside most of the time. So have a great, wonderful day. All right, we'll talk to you later.